What's good, family? This is Marcus, your host and moderator of the Hesi Hoopcast. And man, I'm really excited for today's episode. It's been an interesting weekend and an interesting week in hoops. So, man, we want to hear from the fellas. Black, Leak, how you guys doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing wonderful.
Or Leak.
Hey, you might as well start with me, man. See, you didn't throw a name out there, Mark. You left it up in the air. You threw that out like a jump ball, right?
Right.
So I got possession now, right? Nah, but I'm doing good, man. Excited to be back here on a Monday. As y'all can see, I'm rocking the black on for my boy Mark. You guys can definitely cop that on the what's the Instagram, Mark, if they want to cop.
Man, you could go to the Instagram. It's at black dot or at blk.own.apparel on Instagram.
Right.
And then if you want to go to pick it up, gumroad.com/blk owned.
Beautiful. I'm rocking the white with the red. I haven't seen anybody wearing this one yet, so I wanted to kind of find my own lane in there, right? You know what I mean? And it matches with the logo, right?
Right.
So, I feel really good right now, right?
I see what you did there, man. I like that. I like that a lot. I'm doing good as well. Man, there's a lot of good basketball this week. Leak, hit us off with the link for research purposes. So I appreciate you for that, Leak. I was able to tap into all the games I wasn't able to tap into.
Absolutely.
So I'm extremely excited to bloviate today, man.
Absolutely, man. We're going to turn the fellas loose here real quick. But before we do, we want to thank all of you who are viewing this live and those who are watching this on replay. And we want to encourage you to hit the subscribe button, man, and then hit the bell notification so that you're alerted every time we go live, which is every single Monday, man. You don't want to miss these dope conversations. So without further ado, let's get into who won last week's Pick'em games. All right. Black, we're going to start with you, man.
Hey, we creating separation this week.
We have to.
We're creating separation this week. I got 8 out of the 13 games.
Ooh.
One of those games was postponed. I got 8.
All
right.
Hey, so you definitely did well this week, Black. I gotta say, you definitely did well.
Oh, I know that.
You've done so well that you did beat me this week.
Hey!
I got 6. I won 6 of the 13 games. So you did get me this week. So there is a little separation. So
shout out to Philly, man. Shout out to Philly. They lightweight solidified it for me this week, man. That was a close game last night. Ben Simmons balled out. So shout out to him. He's been a lot of trade rumors. So shout out to Ben Simmons for raising that trade value and getting me the dub, helping me solidify that.
Right.
All right.
Hey, so that's 1, 2, and 3 that we're at now, right? Correct?
I am at 2, 1, and 3.
Okay, perfect. All right.
Yep.
All right. So we finally had a tiebreaker this week. That's good to see. So yeah, man, definitely we're gonna be keeping track of these pick'em games and keeping track of who's winning and who's losing. But guys, man, something we forgot to mention in our haste last week, we want to definitely make time to talk about today, and that's remembering the late great Kobe Bryant, his daughter, his precious daughter, and all of those others that lost their lives on that fateful day, man. I had the pleasure of growing up with Black Moses, so I know how much he loves Kobe Bryant. So, man, we're going to start with you on this one, Black, and just kind of tell us, your emotions, and then also what was your greatest Kobe moment. And then, Leak, we'll go to you after this.
I kind of grew up on the tail end of MJ. I was able to peep a lot of his games just because, my older cousins, you, Mark, Pops, we would watch those games at the crib. But Kobe was kind of like my introduction into my fandom for hoop. He was very charismatic. On the court, he was he was Showtime. So I kind of like fell in love with the game through him. So obviously, the news of his passing last year definitely hit a chord with me. But getting into the topic, man, one moment that kind of showed me, okay, this guy's for real. I knew he was good. I knew that he had potential to be great, but this moment in particular showed me that he wasn't Shaq's little bro no more. Coming into the league, he was behind Eddie Jones, he was behind Van Exel, and Shaq was the guy on the team. But this moment right here was the moment where he ascended into, okay, I could get it on my own if I have to mode. And that was 2000 finals, game 4 against Indy. Shaq fouls out in the fourth quarter, and Cole proceeds to have a game, man. And as we see here.
Man.
I
love the pull up. The pull up madness from this game was the mid range majesty was off the chain. My bad, Mark. What was you saying?
No, I was thinking back to when him and Shaq had that sit down, and he was saying how he went up against Reggie in the off season, and he knew where he could go and where he could get his spots and all that.
Look at that!
It's in full manifestation right here.
I mean, he pulled out his entire bag of tricks.
Yeah.
For this game,
and
he showed that he was a winner too. My bad, Lee.
So you're saying, Mark? So you're saying that during the offseason, he was considering Reggie Miller, going against Reggie Miller in the heat of battle when that time comes, and what he was going to be able to get. And then fast forward months later, here he is getting everything that he knew he could get against. Right? That's crazy, man.
Crazy.
Well, he also. When he came into the league, Reggie was kind of like the big homie to him because Reggie also has a home in LA. And he said he would pick his brain about, Garden MJ. And Cole would speak of how Reggie would regard MJ with so much reverence. And he was like, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, like, all right, I'm coming for you then. If this is how you feel about MJ, I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
And he showed a lot of that here.
He just bumping Reggie off spots. Like it's literally child abuse for Reggie Miller, right? Hey, another thing that's wild is you can see like the new NBA kind of style in his game at this point, right? Look at that with
the illegal tech. There's a legal handle tech for sure, right?
Right.
Look, Shaq with that ill-advised rebound attempt.
That's like he wanted to cry right there, didn't he?
Hey, and this is prime Shaq too. I mean, Shaq was like the MVP this season, the most dominant player in the world at this time. Mm-hmm. So at this point, everybody was like, yo, they finna lose this game.
What was the series at this point, D? Was it 2-1 Lakers or 2-1?
I think it was 2-1 Lakers, but this is the turning point where the Pacers could have tied the series, right?
Yep.
Which would have made it a whole different ball game.
Hey, shout out to the viewers that just got into the building. We're just paying some tribute to the legendary Mamba and his game. Just taking a look at some of the moments.
That moment right there, Lee. That moment right there.
Yeah. That was it.
Hey, y'all.
Right.
I got this. I was listening to an interview with Kobe on Bill Simmons, and he was talking about that very moment. And he said, at this time, the team was still up in the air on Kobe. They thought that he was a hot dog, and they considered him, kind of like one of those cats that like he was barking up the wrong tree in regards to his status on the team. And he said in that moment he wasn't doing this to Indiana fans. He was doing this to his own squad. Like, I got this, y'all. Like, you know what I mean? Y'all been doubting me this entire season. This is what I've been putting in work for. So, looking at the context of that, it makes even more of an impression. You know what I mean?
Man, the nerve of being off on that running, sweeping right runner. Like, who did he think he was? He had to put it back Like,
there ain't never been a B. There ain't never been a shot that B shot consistently made or delivered on. Right. All of a sudden, though, in Game 4 of the finals, right, with no Shaq, now he wants to pull that out. He thought, hey, B Shaw thought he was a number 2 option that game, right?
man, Leak, man. Now let's kick it to you for your favorite Kobe moment, man.
Hey, so my favorite Kobe moment, it's me and Mark actually share this one because we were kind of trying to find out, what would be the, what would be the moment that we would, want to highlight as far as our remembrance of Kobe, and we both kind of went to the same space. This was the last game of Kobe Bryant's career against the Utah Jazz, and in this game, if anybody remember, I mean, they're down 10 right here with 3 minutes left in the fourth. And Kobe just literally just in a whole nother zone, man. A whole nother zone.
Look at that stellar defense by Gordon Hayward.
Right. Yeah, this was great to see because it was a fitting end because you could see there was a lot of frustration with the season. Lot injuries he was battling the whole time as well.
Playing with the young Bucks as well. It was pretty much a new squad at this point.
Yeah,
shout out to GG on the sidelines, man. Hey, this game will make me emotional, y'all.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna front, man. I ain't gonna front. It seemed very miracle.
Look at the intensity,
right?
Look at the intensity right there.
Yeah.
One last go for the Mamba, right?
Right. One last goat gift, right?
Oh yeah, man.
Miracle-esque.
Ooh.
Look at that.
And
the rhythm is what impressed. Hey, it's the rhythm for me, right?
Right.
Yeah. Hey, you see the contrast of what we saw from young Kobe to this Kobe.
Yeah.
Everything just looked way more purified, right? Like he knew exactly what spot to hit.
Yeah.
Yo, look at this squad. Like where we should do a where are they now on on this squad right here. Because there's a lot of faces that are all over the place right now in the league.
Right.
Yo, everybody wanted to be involved in this moment too, right?
Man. Right.
With the body armor plug too.
Right.
You know what I mean? Getting his little his post league ventures off as well in this game, right?
Yeah. And what I want people to really understand is that this was really for how his year went, this was an out-of-body experience because he had a tough go at it this year, man. Like he was struggling through, playing, like you said, with the team that he had.
He missed a lot of games. He missed a lot of games this year too.
A lot of games, battled through injury. I mean, to even get up this many shots was pretty remarkable.
I agree. I like that a lot, man. Jeez, it just looked so pure. His decision making, you knew he wasn't passing the ball. Everybody knew that too.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Lou Will was on this squad.
Yeah.
Big Jew, D-Lo.
The crazy thing is, while you're impressed and you're shocked, but at the same time, you're kind of not, right? It's just like, this is what he did, man. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah. Look at Snoop getting involved in the moment too.
Hey, is that Bulletproof Monk? What was his name? Was it Stifler? Was that Stifler? Oh,
Sean William Scott.
Yeah, Sean William Scott. Man, that's so pure, man.
And my question is, who's playing defense out there, yo?
Who's playing defense?
Hey, Lee, who's number 41 again? He played at Kentucky,
Trey
right?
Lyles. Trey Lyles, yeah.
Where is he at? Who he play for? A lot of niggas are OTL, man.
Hey, Kobe doesn't even hear. He doesn't even hear or see his teammates. Look at that. He still has the same look he's had since we first put the clip on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's not. Look at him. Look at him
push
off.
And he got fouled somehow, right?
Right. Look at that 58. Look at that, man.
They weren't calling that foul on anybody else.
Nah.
Bro, if they blew that whistle and Kobe looked at him and he went, turnover, Kobe would have seared that man, right? That ref would have turned to a pile of dust. All right.
20 and 50 shots. You know what I'm saying? Like in true Kobe fashion.
50 shots?
He chucked his way off the court, right?
So
look at that. Then Gordon Hayward
about the
layup. Look at that.
What do you guys think about the folklore that Gordon Hayward stepped across the line on his last shot just in case he didn't hit it? You guys heard about that?
Nah.
I didn't hear that. I did hear that somebody said that Gordon Hayward received a check previous to the game. But my sources are a little leery on this one.
I'll say this because I watched specifically to view the defense. I did. It was after that night too. I watched to view the defense, and what it looked like was guys were playing. They were playing textbook defense. They were not going to foul him, right? So they're moving their feet. They get their arms up. If he made a pump fake, they would bite on that. You know what I mean, with their hands or whatever. And he was using those little spaces to be able to, get his shots off and stuff like that. He was essentially I think they teach that in the NBA too. It's like, if a guy's making shots when he pump fakes, you have to jump on that,
right.
Or you have to, you can't act like he's not gonna make that. You know what I mean? That's unprofessional. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
right.
Look at Gary Vitti.
He kissed Gary Vitti's baldy too, right?
hey. That was his final performance too, right? Gary Vitti.
Hey, Mad Dog Madsen. You know what I mean?
Hey, Gary Vitti had the task of getting Kobe available to even play this last game, right? With all the injuries.
Ron Artest, the GOAT, Robert Sacre right there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Getting his moment.
Right.
Brandon Bass.
Brandon Bass, yeah.
A lot of these guys are OTL right now, man.
Yeah, that was good, man. That was good.
Yeah,
that was good.
So, man, I hope you all enjoyed those moments, man, as much as we did, and he will always be remembered. And there's so many videos and so much content on Kobe. Feels like he's not even gone. So, man, let's just keep his memory alive. And yeah, man, R.I.P. Kobe Bryant, man. So,
and one thing, Mark, before we move on real quick, I'm sorry. I see that. Shout out to Ye. Ye's in the building.
What's up, Ye? What up, Darren?
Ye says, lightweight ain't a Kobe fan, but I appreciate y'all putting me on. Listen, Ye, if we can't possibly be the ones to put you on the Kobe Bryant, all right? The man's been destroying competition since you were about 3 years old, man. You're a Kobe fan, yeah.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, thanks for coming through today, man. We appreciate you.
Shout out to Ye Knows. They did. Look, here's bro. They defended Kobe like the handicapped kids on the House of House. This paints a bad narrative for Kobe's final game, man. Like if we're gonna he put up 50 shots on horrible defense, like that's not how we want to remember this guy. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
All right.
Hey, but bro's a Sac Kings fan, so you already know he's got to have there's just a little bit of hate still left in his heart.
Hey, yeah, are you a Bron fan? Because I know a lot of Bron stands would say not necessarily what Ye said, but a lot of Bron stands would be 50 shots. You know what I mean? He got 60 points on 50 shots. Okay, you know what I mean?
Which in any other scenario would be a valid criticism. Right. But this is, this is his final game. You know what I mean? And this has been his career, right? Essentially, right? So we got to give him that. All right.
Kobe slander today. Not today. Automatically a hater. All right. So yes, that was a great moment. My bad, Mark. I just wanted to comments from that.
Absolutely, man. We appreciate you guys being active in the chat. So keep that up. So, fellas, let's move on now to Nola Cap. We're talking about Nola, or otherwise known as the New Orleans Pelicans, man. And there's been some trade conversations going on, specifically involving Eric Bledsoe and our beloved Ball brother, Lonzo Ball.
And JJ Redick.
And JJ Redick, right. So, Leak, we're going to start with you on this one, man. What are some packages that you would like to see for those players, involving those players, or what are your sources been telling you as far as package deals for that group there?
Yeah, absolutely, Mark. I mean, I've been on the phone around the horn with my sources all weekend, and it does look like Lonzo Ball will be moved. As far as there's a couple teams that are in the runnings right now. He's not a very hot commodity, as we all know, but people do want this man for bench roles, all right, to run second units at this point in his career. So one
Andre Miller-esque role, right?
Yeah, Andre Miller, tall DJ Augustine, things like that, right? So one
nigga look like post-op Penny Hardaway.
So one trade that really has come to mind, I would say is a Chicago Bulls trade. Chicago, they need a point guard badly, right? And Alonzo could fill that role. It's a purgatory situation. Possibly what they would give up, and I wouldn't even be mad at this point, is Lauri Markkanen, right? So Lonzo, and for Lauri Markkanen, the Bulls still have Wendell. I forgot the big dude's name.
Wendell Carter Jr.
Carter. Mm-hmm. They still got Wendell Carter, and then they'll be able to pair Lonzo Ball with Zach LaVine, right? So
that doesn't sound bad.
They might be able to get Jackson Hayes out of the deal from New Orleans just to fortify the big spot a little bit. So that's one trade. The other trade I saw was Devontae Graham. If the Hornets want to make a move to get Devontae out of there or to clear up space for Melo, right? They could end up moving Devontae Graham, possibly, or Terry Rozier, one of the two, to open up that guard spot. We already know Melo is better than Zoe. So if you open up that guard spot, that would make the room for Melo, even if you bring Zoe in. And the other one I had,
Link, before you move past that one, that's dangerously close to the narrative you had a couple episodes ago. So I'm wondering, are they watching No Hesi?
Absolutely. I know Shaq is watching No Hesi. I got my sources that said Shaq was responding to our Shaq slander this week on TNT. So we already know that Coach Borrego has responded to our slander as well from the Hornets coach. He ended up playing Melo 30 minutes to shut us up, right? Because everybody's coming at his neck, right? So yeah, I think, and the final one was China. just sending Zoe to China. That's my final one. So yeah, those are what my sources. Let me see. Yeah, those are what my sources are telling me. What do y'all got? What do you got though, Black?
So in regards to Lonzo, if we're just moving Lonzo solo as a solo pack, I also have reason to believe that the Clippers are in the market for a point guard, someone who would be able to facilitate to Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, take the ball out of their hands, and also play some defense. Pretty much do what Pat Beverly's not doing this season. Mm-hmm. That would then send Pat Beverly, who is he has a very small contract, that would send him to New Orleans and kind of reset their timeline. Now, that being said, I also have reason to believe that the Mavericks are in the market for JJ Redick. Now, what they would give back to New Orleans in this specific scenario, I can't speak to, but we saw a very frustrated Luka Doncic this past week with the L's that they took. And I mean, he pretty much said, hey, give me we need scoring. Somebody
Right.
give me scoring.
Right.
So I wouldn't be surprised if Mark Cuban is on the horn right now, testing the market, seeing what he can get back for that. Lastly, Eric Bledsoe. We have reason to believe that Eric Bledsoe is also on his way out. Funny enough, I kind of brought it up off mic that Eric Bledsoe didn't really have a place in the league anymore. I got some pushback, which is fair enough. I mean, if he's on the trade block, that does mean that he has interest. But my sources are letting me know, and I have reason to believe that the next time we will see Eric Bledsoe, it'll be in the Big Three with Ice Cube. No, but New Orleans is definitely. It looks like New Orleans is definitely ready to George Bush the button on the season if they can't get any more out of these guys.
Which is a shame.
Right.
Too.
Right. New Orleans definitely having a tough season, especially with all that talent. Steven Adams, new coach. You expected more from them.
I honestly, though, I'm going to be honest with you guys. In what I've peeped from New Orleans, as much as we love a guy like Steven Adams here, I definitely feel like him and Zion Williamson are clogging the paint.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like New Orleans doesn't have great shooting. JJ Redick is not having a JJ Redick-like season. So Brandon Ingram has been called to do a lot more. He can shoot it, but Brandon Ingram is much more effective getting in the interior of the defense and making plays happen. Right. With Steven Adams and Zion Williamson down there, he doesn't have a lot of room to maneuver. So I feel like if you're going to stake your claim with Zion Williamson, you need a stretch in your front court, and we all know that's not Steven Adams' game. And shout out to Steven Adams, but that's not what he does well.
Which is why the Lauri Markkanen deal could possibly work for the Pelicans.
I like that one a lot, Lee.
Yeah. We're definitely gonna be keeping a close eye on what's going on there.
Also, how fitting would that be if Pat Bev got moved for Lonzo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Like if Pat Bev, who's on a chip tape with the Clippers, right? They're expected to make it, very deep in the playoffs. If he was to get swapped for Zoe and sent to purgatory in New Orleans, that would be Zoe pretty much losing the battle but winning the war.
Right. Zoe would definitely help them win. He would definitely help them win, I think.
Yeah.
A lot of good storylines to keep on our minds as the year and the season continues. So, fellas, we're moving right along to our next topic. But before we do, man, I just wanted to pause really quickly once again to thank everybody for being on and thank those who are watching the replay. If you're on live, man, be sure to be active in the chat. We got Leak on the ones and twos, man. We want to get you on the screen and get you involved. So
they already going hammer too. Yep.
Yeah.
Yo, bro said Lonzo next to Jimmer in China. Hey, Lonzo ready to be the Magic Johnson of China.
Right.
Oh man.
Yo, man. Somebody call Ramon in the building because we're talking about one of his favorite topics. We're going back to the Damian Lillard versus Steph Curry conversation, if you will. So now that we've had a handful of games, let's go back and address that and see, have our narrative changed? Has there been a narrative shift? Black, let's start with you, man, on this one. What's your thoughts on Dame versus Steph?
First of all, I just want to say I find it hilarious. Okay, Lee, can I get the screen? Can I get the screen real quick, Lee? I find it very hilarious that Ramon only shows up when Steph goats up during the week. When Steph is relatively quiet, we don't hear anything from Ramon. So I find that very funny. But that aside, looking at the numbers up to this point, I want to say shout out to Steph Curry. I've been extremely hard on that man. I said that he couldn't carry the load, and so far he's doing just that. He's shooting at an astronomical level, like he always does. Right now, he's 92% from free throw. I haven't seen a brother miss a free throw this season so far, but he's shooting 92%. He's shooting 46% from field goal, which is low for him, but great for anybody else. And he's shooting 40% from three. So shout out to Steph. I will eat that chum. He is carrying the load for Golden State right now, and he has them at least competitive at this moment. But I just want to say, check the standings right now, League. That's the most important thing, because right now, Portland is ahead of Golden State. And let's be very clear, CJ McCollum's hurt. Rocco just came back, and Carmelo's been in and out all year. Not to mention Nurkic is pretty much out for the foreseeable future until that wrist gets right. So if we're talking whose team is better at this point, they're pretty much neck and neck. And it seems like Dame Dollar is willing his team to a slightly better record this season so far. So the conversation about, oh man, he's not even in the same comment. Like, come on, man, Steph this, Steph that. We're seeing right now, they're pretty much even. They're pretty much even. So the Dame slander has got to stop. All right. And I'm gonna end my bloviation with that. Lee.
Hey man, I'm checking out the stats for Dame right now, man.
Look at the free throws.
94. 94. Look, he's shooting 38% from three, 45 from the field. You know, the crazy thing is Dame is shooting 38% off of 10.6 threes a game. And
Wow.
Steph is shooting 10.9 threes a game, shooting 40%. So, you know, I think we all could say Steph is a little bit of a better shooter.
He's a better shooter than Dame Lillard. You know what I mean?
Steph is the greatest shooter of all time, right?
Right. Or that's what they say, right?
Well, look, I'm under the assumption that Steph is the greatest shooter of all time. Dame Lillard is shooting the same free throw percentage somewhat. He's shooting maybe a half less three a game and shooting 38% to Steph's 40%. We'll even say 38.7. And he's averaging 29 a game. So what I'm saying is these guys are not far off at all. And for Steph to be the greatest shooter of all time, right? And Dame's usage rate is higher than Steph's as well. He has the ball more in his hands. People are attacking his ball.
Absolutely.
So I mean, this is pretty interesting.
And I'm sure Dame Lillard plays or gives more effort on the defensive end than Steph Curry does too. But we're not going to talk about that.
I like but the records are damn near the same. Steph. I think Steph has one more win than the Blazers.
And one more loss.
Blazers have one less loss, right? So this is going to be interesting. I would say that due to this, 10-8 for the Blazers, 11-9 for. I would say that due to this, we should finally have our answer by the end of this year, right?
Absolutely.
We should finally be able to say who was if you swap them out, who would have a better team, or so to speak. But I like the little inside competition between these two. It's so crazy how Dame is actually not far behind Steph at all, and a lot of people would be yelling that down the street if it weren't if we didn't pose this question, basically.
Right. Well, the accolades, the championships. Yo, I'm tired of hearing it, man. I'm tired of hearing it. If we're talking about in a vacuum on the court, who does what for their team, it's not that far. All right. There's not a clear-cut separation. And that's all we wanted to establish here on No Hesi. We wanted to create realistic convos about realistic things that happen on the court. We're not here to fan out. You know what I mean? I mean, we fan out, but that's not our intent. We're here to keep it a whole being,
look,
right?
Draymond Green says, I mean, green light. Says,
Yo, is that Slap God? Shout out to Slap God, man. He said he was gonna tune in today, man. Shout out to him. He just dropped a project too, man. Check that out. House EP, man. Tap in with Slap God.
Okay.
Slap God, put your link up, man. We'll put that up.
Hey, Slap, if you got that link, throw that in the chat. We'll go ahead and pump that for you, man.
Yeah, man. That's what's I think what you said, Black, is important, is that we're talking about right now, right? We're talking in a vacuum. Who's better now, not who's the better player historically, you know? So I think that's where a lot of people get it twisted. So that we definitely need that. And then we're gonna keep an eye on this Dame versus Steph, man.
Hey,
oh yeah, hey, I got
thing.
my eye on you. Nah.
hey, one more thing, Mark, before we move on. Hey, Mark gonna get tired of that, right? Hey, one more thing, Mark.
Mark, like, yo, if you don't let me host.
Yo, so I'd be remiss if we didn't show. Yo, did y'all see the finishing on this game right here?
Man,
I'd be remiss if I didn't show this, man. I mean, Damian Lillard, since he's on topic, you know, we'll get to the final couple seconds of this game, but man,
it was on brand.
Hey, now I will say, only knock I have is all of this for the Chicago Bulls. It's like the Thanos gif where like Tony Stark made him bleed, and Tony Stark literally blew his whole load to do that.
right.
It's like, yo, come on.
Fake, bro.
Yeah.
Fake?
Yeah, that was nasty.
Hey, look, hey. Oh,
oof.
See, nah, man. Nah.
I just don't understand how you slander this. You know what I mean? Like we've been seeing this for like the last 4 seasons now.
Hey, he looks like he's like in the final 30 minutes of his training session, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And he looks extreme. He has a lot of gas. Look at that from the Motor Center. And the foul too. Yeah,
Dame
and the
seems
foul.
like he literally could care less. That's what I love about him. He doesn't even care that he's making shots.
And I'm one of those guys who I'm not going to sit here and knock him or Portland for having this type of game against the Bulls. They were up 82-67, you know what I'm saying? Then they end up just lapsing and letting Chicago come back. But this is the NBA, man. These are the best basketball players in the world. So, any given night, you know what I'm saying? Like any team can play up and give you their best and beat the best team. You know what I mean? We saw the Hornets beat the Bucks, and the Bucks are Eastern Conference favorite. So, but I'm just appreciating, you know, how pure and how developed his game is.
Hey, Leak, I don't appreciate the pushback, but I'll accept the bloviation though. You're all right.
Hey, look, man. These guys are professionals, Black. These guys are professionals. They come every night. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. So that puts.
And what he had, like 48, right? He had like 48.
Yeah, watch it slip.
Oof. Step back. Game winner.
Man, that's great.
On marketing too, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Watch
did you see Enes Kanter kiss Dame Lillard on his forehead?
Yeah. Come
like,
on, man.
Hey, come on, bruh. Hey, don't do that to me, bruh. Don't be kissing me on my forehead, bruh.
From the logo with 10 seconds left, like who shoots that, right? Only other person who shoots that is Steph, right?
Yeah.
From the logo with 10 seconds left.
Hey, and we would be throwing down palm tree leaves for Steph Curry on ESPN for this, right?
Absolutely.
We would be laying down, you know what I'm saying, flowers at Steph's feet for this. And you know, I'm here to say, you know, no Hesi is here to turn the tide on that. All right.
Right.
We gotta give Dame his flowers.
I just wanted to show that, man. Just to show that. And look, it's not even a big deal to him. He just puts his hands up. It's not even a big deal.
This is literally what he does, honestly.
This is what he do.
Yeah, man. So
man.
That was great to see. Just wanted to show that real quick while we was on topic.
Man, we appreciate that, Lee. Definitely, this is going to be a conversation going forward. I can assure you of that. So now, fellas, moving on to Watch the Throne, man. 6 weeks in, and I mean, who is going to raise any type of friction for the Lakers chip run, man? I mean, who do we see that is going to put up a fight against the Lakers, man? Because they're playing some serious ball here. So I'm gonna start with you on this one, Lee. Who are some of the contenders that you see going forward this season?
Mark, I'm gonna be honest, man. We 6 weeks in. We're on the 7th week right now. I don't see anybody. I don't see anybody.
Repeat.
Not yet, I should say. Huh?
I said repeat.
Yeah, absolutely. Now the thing is, somebody could definitely ascend and rise up and be ready to meet the Lakers at that appointed time, right? But as of right now, according to Week 6, I don't see anybody that's playing basketball at a high enough level, or has the chemistry, or has the experience, or has the confidence to knock off not only just the Lakers, but more specifically LeBron James. I feel like he's playing at another level right now. You know what I mean? And he hasn't even necessarily put in the premium fuel in his tank, so to speak, right? He's still hooping off unleaded right now, right? It's only 6 weeks in. We all know LeBron paces himself. We all know LeBron James doesn't blow his load at the beginning of the season, so to speak.
Right.
I definitely don't see anybody at this point ready to compete with them for a championship. It looks like they're in a league of their own at this point.
I completely agree. I mean, you see, there are certain lapses. Obviously, I mean, they lost to Detroit last week. I don't expect to see that when they're in postseason form. But when you look at their record against contenders, they beat the Clippers, they beat the Celtics this past week in a close game, but they still won. They beat the Bucks. We have yet to play the Nets so far, but I imagine that one would probably be another victory for the Lake Show, just based on how the Nets played no defense whatsoever.
None.
I say, barring a major trade, the only comp I see for the Lakes is probably the Clippers. I mean, the Clippers have been, in my opinion, the most consistent contender to the throne so far. Even without Kawhi and Paul George, they've still been able to put together wins. They still looked extremely well defensively. So they look like they have a deep enough roster to get into a bag in a series. That being said, I still don't think they're going to win. But if I had to pick a comp so far that I see, I say the Clippers are the most, or I would rather not have to see them in the playoffs if I had a choice. But again, like I said, like Leak said, the Lakers haven't even ramped up to playoff mode yet. We haven't seen zero dark 30 Bryant yet. And I'm more so shocked that they're going this hard this point in the year, considering their season just ended in December.
Right.
So, if they're playing this well right now, what does playoff mode look like for them? I think a lot of teams are scrambling right now to figure stuff out. We hear rumors of Celtics looking to make a trade. We hear rumors of Nets looking to make a trade. We're hearing, Bucks are in panic mode as well. All that being said, the Lakers seem very comfortable right now, and they're not playing their greatest basketball. So I see repeat. You know what I'm saying? Q back to back by Drake. You know what I'm saying? Q Lethal Weapon 2 with Danny Glover and Mel Gibson. Q Rush Hour. You know what I'm saying? That's how we're looking right now with last year's chip. Back to back. All right.
Man, and the thing about it too, Black, is that I'm sorry, his name. I just drew a blank. Anthony Davis. He hasn't even really gotten into form yet. Like he even said earlier, I've been playing bad this year. So just think about when they really get into form, it's going to be crazy. Now, let me ask you guys this. Joel Embiid is having an MVP season. The Philadelphia 76ers look better. They look a little different than they looked in years past. Can they pose a threat if they were to meet the Lakers in the championship? What do you think that matchup would be like?
I mean, they're in trade talks right now as well. So obviously there's something not quite right there. I would like to see them keep Ben Simmons. I will say. Awesome. Last name, first name, greatest. Like a sprained ankle, boy, ain't nothing to play with. Nah, I think there's something that they need. They need something, right? Like Philly is balling out, but they also haven't really played too many contenders so far this year. And there's still question as to whether Ben Simmons is the guy that they need to pair with Joel Embiid to get them over the hump. I do like them in the East, but that's not saying a lot because the East doesn't look super, super strong or consistent right now. So, no. I'm going to say no on them.
It's a no for you.
And I see that the Philadelphia Sixers are playing well right now, so to speak. They're number one in the East. They got two less losses than everybody else, at least. So they're 15-6. But I don't necessarily trust Ben Simmons in like that really important moments. I feel like the lack of jump shots will make it easy for teams to play them. And then also what's the matchup if there was a series, right? Ben Simmons versus LeBron James. LeBron clearly has the mental edge, the experience. Like Ben Simmons he's better. I would say he should be better physically at this point, but he might not even be at that level, because Bron takes care of his body very well. We got Embiid versus Anthony Davis, right?
That's a heck of a matchup.
Absolutely, yeah. But I'm definitely taking my chances with that Bron infused Anthony Davis, right?
Right.
Who does Joel Embiid have speaking in his ear, telling him how great he is? Doc Rivers, right?
Yeah.
Right. I'd rather have Bron in my ear telling me how great I am than Doc. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We know Doc alleviate just for the sake of, but Black. Go ahead.
Two cats that I am forgetting about to credit for their success. Tobias Harris is balling out of his mind this season, and we have to acknowledge that. The Lakers really don't got no. Bron don't want to guard him. Let's be honest. Bron would rather hide on Ben Simmons for the entire series than guard Tobias Harris. And another person, Seth Curry, someone who I've hated on several times, off mic and on mic in the past. But he's raised their level of shooting. He's raised their outside threat. So those guys do need to be brought into this convo. But that being said, Leak, your bloviation is still valid and on point. So I just wanted to bring that up. But
look, Tobias Harris is playing very well right now. I will agree. 20 points a game, 46 from deep, 83. So I'll say he's playing well. I mean, Tobias Harris has never necessarily moved the needle, though. You know what I mean? So
true.
He's always
very
been
true.
a pretty good player. He's always had good size. He's always had a nice jump shot. He's always been good in the half court. But, I mean, Tobias Harris isn't the guy that's going to step up and say, nah, let's take care of this. You know what I mean? It's not him. It has to be Joel Embiid or Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons can't do it because he's forced to drive to the lane. And then Joel Embiid, I mean, I don't think he has the mentality, the capabilities to really put the team on his back and carry him all the way to a championship. Yeah, he can carry him during the regular season. Yeah, he can carry him in the first round of the playoffs, right? But I'm talking about that the long haul. That's all. But yeah.
Now my sources have and hitting me right now because they're upset I haven't brought this up yet. but I have heard that the 76ers are extremely serious in trying to acquire Bradley Beal.
Whew.
Now, if they do that, now we got a completely different subject. Now, Ben Simmons would have to be on the move in that scenario. So that would change up the chemistry a bit. But as we see this season, I mean, Brad Beal is averaging what, like 36 points a game? And he is a serious outside threat. Pair him with Embiid, and then now the conversation is slightly different. But as they're constructed right now, I do agree, Leak, that the Lakers they just don't match up well with the Lakers right now. Now, I know some of y'all probably say Utah, right? Like I know, I can hear the voices out there right now. It's like, what about Utah? They're balling out this year.
But I had to stop your bloviation, Black. All right. I will say this. If Philly will make a move, then I'm pretty sure, right?
Bruh, I'm dead.
He'll be looking at Philly's movement with his posture right here, and then he'll go make a move, right? That's how he's operating right now. So I'm not worried about any of it.
Yeah, man. Definitely, it's the Lakers' chip to lose. Let's just say that. So, fellas, we're gonna leave it there, man. Move on to one of my favorite parts of the show. I don't know about our listeners, but we're going to the Week 7 pick'ems, and we're gonna see what the fellas think. So, guys, I need rapid fire takes here. We're going to be highlighting some of the biggest games of the coming week, and we're going to have the fellas pick. And if you're in the comment section, man, throw your pick up as well. All right, fellas, are you on your marks? Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, so tonight we have Charlotte versus Miami. Black, who you going with?
I'm taking the Heat tonight.
Lee?
I got Charlotte.
All right. Also tonight we have the Sacramento Kings against the New Orleans Pelicans. Leak, let's go with you.
I'm gonna roll with the Hornets. I mean, I'm sorry. Dang, you got me thinking New Orleans Hornets. I'm rolling with the Pelicans.
I am also rolling with the Pelicans as well.
All right. On Tuesday, we have the Clippers versus the Nets. Black, who you got?
I am going with the Clips.
And I got the Nets.
All right. Also that day, we have Memphis Grizzlies.
And sorry, Mark. That's a heck of a game, too.
That's a good game.
Fun to watch.
Yeah, that's a good game.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So also that day, we have Memphis versus the Pacers. Leak, who you got?
I got Memphis.
I'm going with the Pacers, man.
Okay. On Wednesday, we have the Dallas Mavericks versus the Atlanta Hawks. Black, who you going with?
I'm going to take ATL on that one. Mavs look trash right now.
Yeah, they look bad.
And I got Dallas. I think after Luka's little LeBron kind of rant to the media, I feel like everybody in the front office and the locker room kind of gets their act together a little bit. Let's see if he's got that cachet, right?
Right. All right. So also on Wednesday, we have Houston versus Oklahoma City. Houston making a little bit of noise, man. Got a little winning streak going. Who you got on that one, Lee?
I got Houston. They're on. I think is it a 5-game streak or something like that, Mark?
I think it's 4 games, but yeah, I think last time I saw it was 4 games.
All right. Let's see if we can make it 5. I got Houston. Oladipo and John Wall. That's a nice little fit, man. That's a nice fit. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Who you got, Black?
I too am taking the Rockets.
All right. And on Thursday, we have Utah against the Atlanta Hawks. Black, who you rolling with?
I'm going with Utah. They I know they're extremely hot and it's gonna have to crash and burn at some point, but I mean there's no reason to bet against them at this point.
Yeah. Who you got, Lee?
I also have Utah. They're playing real well right now, so I'm going with Utah.
All right. Also Thursday, we have the Portland Trailblazers against Philadelphia. Leak, let's start with you.
I got Portland. After seeing the way Dame closed out that game in Chicago, we saw the highlights. I just feel like he's in a really, really, really good rhythm, and that's an understatement, right? So I'm going to go ahead and go with him against that team.
I'm gonna go with the Sixers. I just think that they're a better team. But I wouldn't be mad.
Would be a good one. Okay, so Friday we have Milwaukee versus Cleveland. Black, let's start with you.
I'm gonna take Milwaukee on this one.
Leak.
I also have Milwaukee too. Yeah.
All right. Also that day we have Boston versus the Clippers. Leak, let's start with you.
I got Boston. As you can see, I'm not high on the Clippers at all, man.
Yeah.
It looks like gold, but it's more of a fool's version, right?
League, I will say though, they're 1 or 2 right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean they were last year too, right?
Who you got, Black?
I'm taking the Clips. I'm taking the Clips.
Yeah. I knew you were gonna say that too. I had a feeling you had them picked. Yeah.
All right. So on Saturday we have Memphis going up against New Orleans. Black, who you got on that one?
I'm going to take New Orleans. I think Lonzo will continue to try and raise his trade value. Mm-hmm. So I think he's in a little groove right now. Right?
Yeah.
I've got New Orleans as well. I'm going with New Orleans over Memphis.
All right. Also later that day we have Golden State versus the Dallas Mavericks. Black, will start with you.
Yo, man, I'm smoking the Luka pack all week, man. I don't like the Mavs at all. I'm going with Golden State. Shout out to Ramon.
Right. Who you got, Lee?
I've got Dallas. I've got Dallas beating Golden State. I'm excited for these opportunities for more separation with me and Black. You know what I mean?
For sure. All right, so on Sunday we have Utah going up against Indiana. Who you got on that one, Lee?
I got Utah.
This is where I have Utah falling off. I got the Pacers.
All right, and for our final game, we have Boston versus Phoenix. We'll start with you, Black.
I got Boston winning that. Phoenix, unless Devin Booker comes back, Phoenix doesn't look as tough. Yeah, so I'm going on with Boston.
What about you?
I've got Boston as well.
Cool. So that
was a good game against them and the Lakers a couple nights ago.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that was. Ramon.
Hey, Ramon's entered the chat.
Ramon, you have to watch
has entered the chat.
You have to watch the replay back, Ramon. We got some topics that might like.
Dame versus Steph. We went over that again, Ramon. So you can watch the replay on that.
Yeah, hey Ramon, I'll take your comments on Twitter as well. That is Black X Moses, spelled as such.
So yeah, man.
Make sure you like and subscribe, hit the comments, and also hit that notification bell. I just want to throw that out there since the comments there's a lot of chirping going on in the comments. So shout out to Ye Knows. Yep. Shout out to Maestro. Shout out to Ramon. Shout out to Bruh.
Mark and Lee, do y'all mind if we go through some of these comments before we move on real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Acknowledge and know Hesi community real quick.
Mm-hmm. For sure,
absolutely.
Man.
How the Lakers get blown out by the Pistons. See?
This is what you asked for, Black. All right.
Yo, how you show up late to the show and already over bloviating?
This is fucking crazy again. Let's see.
And we beat the Celtics. That's a contender.
Yeah. Yeah,
See,
man.
okay, so Maestro said I see Ye is a Lakers fan. Ye keeps it 100. He said, "Far from it. I'm just being real with myself, right?" Ye on that. I'm gonna just be real with myself. Rap, right? I like that. We all have a playlist for that type of music, right?
If Nets get it together, then they can compete for a chip. Hey, that's a big if, Maestro. That is a huge if.
They play no defense, man.
None.
I mean, they're setting records.
Is that Drake or Carlos?
I'm gonna assume he's referring to the Drake pick. Actually, I don't really know which one he's talking about.
Yeah.
There's definitely black ice being used on whatever pick he's talking about.
Man, so man, we definitely appreciate y'all, being on and hopping on and being in the chat, man. We love it.
Hey, where's Skip? Skip's not in on it today, huh?
Yeah, I haven't seen Skip today.
Not in the chat today. No, he's not in the chat today.
Shout out to Skip, man. Shout out to Skip. We got love for Skip, man.
Absolutely, man. We really appreciate y'all. So, I mean, as we close, fellas, I mean, it would only be fitting for us to, give someone their flowers and then also, see some of their bloopers, right? So we talked about Shaquille O'Neal last week and his hating of the young players. And, Shaq's had a tough week, man. So we want to highlight, some of Shaq's greatest moments, man. What do y'all think about this, man, as we let this play? Y'all go ahead and chime in.
So this is a Shaq. This is a fighting comp. Shaq didn't want to throw hands with anybody. Obviously, nobody out there does. But it's always funny seeing Shaq get into it. He's so big, so it's like who's gonna get into it with him? You know what I mean?
Right.
So this is always a little funny.
And this is also Shaq. This is also Shaq, who is a huge bully, right?
Right.
He prides himself on that. Elbow to the head to young Bynum.
Forearm shiver.
Like everybody.
This is what Shaq does on TNT, right?
Yeah.
To Chuck.
Right.
In a nutshell, this is their relationship. You don't got no chips. You ain't got no chips, Charles. Me and Kenny can speak on that.
Oh, Big Shaq. Look at him just pushing people down.
Clearing everybody out. Yo, look at T-Mac. Look at T-Mac. Look like a little child down there.
I saw Matt Barnes out there in some of the smoke.
Oh!
He missed him.
If he would have connected with that, he would have took Brad Miller's head off.
You know what's crazy about this one is Oakley fouled him. He knew Oakley fouled him, but he didn't want the smoke with Oakley.
He didn't want no Oakley smoke.
So he
didn't want no Smokely with Oakley. And Artest was out there too. And Artest lightweight didn't want no smoke with any of those big fellas either. That's very rare, right?
Right.
Look at Shaq try to take his head off. Hey, I'm weak though. He said he knew. Oakley did it, but he didn't want to. Hey, I've been in those situations before when I was a youthful lad, man.
Yeah.
Look at Brad Miller, and this is back when the league was wild too, right?
Man. All right, calm down, Shaq.
Well, look, if Robert Horry can hold Shaq back, then Shaq doesn't really want to do anything.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Oh, look at Greg Anthony and Robert and Brian Shaw talking. That's interesting.
Two bald-headed point guards, right?
Hey, let's check out some Shaq highlights. Let's check out some Shaq highlights. Let's see. There's another one that I had pulled up. This is Shaq's top 10 plays.
Okay.
So
young Shaq.
What we got here? Yeah, man.
Skinny Shaq.
Right.
Shaq is a real character, man. Real character. Oh, Ye knows old big ass bully. Yep, that's right.
See now, like this Shaq right here, y'all. Like, is there anybody that compares to that Shaq?
No, absolutely not.
Like, look at this, man. That size, that grace. The roll off of the GOAT, Hakeem.
Right. On top
Clyde
of
Drexler was looking like, yo. Hey, yo.
Yeah, he knows Oakley got them hands. That's a fact. Ooh. Yeah, right on Alonzo.
Penny Hardaway looking like prime Lonzo.
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
Shaq was nasty, man.
He was bodying bigs, man.
Looking more like prime Melo, actually, right? Anything Lonzo had going for him, Melo swallowed that up, right?
That's facts. Look at Shaq running the floor.
Look at it. Look at his body style at this point, man. That's
looking
pretty
like
wild.
Giannis Antetokounmpo out there, right?
Right. Yeah, Shaq's biggest knock is how he let his body get out of hand, right? Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, they say Shaq never saw a meal he didn't like.
Yeah. Look at that.
Float. Oh, watch out. Oh. Hey, and imagine if you're a fan at this game. Like, that's like being at a Coliseum and seeing somebody take a tiger out, right?
Right. That's crazy.
I want more. Oh, man.
Our whole shot clock came down.
That was a travel, first of all, by what was that? Cycly?
Ronnie Cycly.
Man.
This was a crazy era too, because this was like on the back end of MJ's on his three-peat.
First run, yeah.
And they was trying to find out, like, you know what I'm saying, who if anyone could take Jordan's star power away.
Right.
Ooh.
Dang. Hakeem got bodied twice in this highlight reel.
Ooh. You knew that was gonna be nasty.
Sean Bradley.
Man. Looked like a paint beast from 2K.
Hey, you notice the body type of players in general back here. There's not a lot of muscular body types.
Nah.
Hey, Alonzo came from afar to get bapped on that.
Why even do that, right?
Yo, look how far he came from on that one. Watch him.
Yeah, he could have let that rock, right?
Just to get back
on the screen.
He jumped late and everything too. Look how late he jumps. Like, what were you expecting to happen, Zoe?
You know what, man? You know what? No, I you know what? I was gonna.
We lost Lee. Oh no.
We lost the producer of the show.
And we can't. The funny thing is, we can't cut off without Leak. So looks like you guys are in for a treat. No Hesi. I wonder if his internet is off.
Yeah, I don't know. And then, I mean, we're still live, so man, that's well.
We don't have anything else to talk about. I guess we'll give it a minute until there we go.
Hey, I had to go to the depths of the internet, right, to pull out these top 10 dunks over Alonzo Mourning, okay? I had to go to the depths to get this. I'm sorry.
You got to go to the hoop multiverse in order to get.
Ooh. So I'm sure it gets nastier and nastier. Bro, it wasn't awkward. I went to go get this. All right. All right.
We went to Hoop Hades to go get these highlights.
I'll pop back up like this. All right, let's see what we got on here.
And what I'm seeing is that Zoe is an elite level, a late jumper.
Hey, look, he got Sean Kemp feeling loose, right?
Man, Sean was nasty, man.
Hey,
Hey, this is what happens when you pride yourself on your shot blocking and rim protecting.
absolutely. It's just part of the game, right? Ooh, on the head top. This wasn't even one of Shaq's greatest plays either.
Oh my
There's
goodness.
there's a
He
violence
lightweight
that
jerked
comes with
his
dunking
neck.
on Alonzo. He
He
did, yeah.
jerked his
It's a
neck
violence.
back.
Y'all got a question about Zoe. Was Zoe a fake tough guy?
Yeah,
He was a
he's fake
buff.
tough
He
guy.
was a
Ooh.
buff guy. Ooh, I remember this one. I knew this one was
Right,
coming.
look, hold up. Why is Zoe walking after him?
Yeah.
Look, hold up. Why? Look, man, you don't.
Hey,
Zoe
there's
started,
another one coming. There's another one coming too.
oh yeah. I know.
There's another
Look at
one
him start
coming
walking.
too.
Look, hey, look, he ready to walk up. Look, Zoe ready to walk up the court. Look, he like, you know what, man? Look, I'm out of here, but I ain't about to deal with these niggas. Give me a battery.
Hey, I'm too old for this. There's another one coming. That wasn't even Vince's.
Oh, yeah.
That wasn't even Vince's best one.
It wasn't Black. It wasn't. Oh, ooh.
Bryant. Hey, it's like it spanned the decades, right? Like,
Zoe looks like he gets a wrestling move put on him when he gets dunked on, right?
Zoe getting
look how he
RKO'd, right?
Yeah. Ooh.
Patrick?
Yo, hey, that was the slowest body I've ever seen, too. Patrick Ewing, look, with a drop step body on Zoe. Oh my goodness.
Hold up. Hey, we call that a drop body, right? Look, yo, look at the drop step though, the power dribble with it, right?
Right.
Hey, this is back when everybody in the league had the little taper fro too, right?
Yeah.
Look at Zoe already. Look like his body about to get taken from, right?
His soul's already leaving Earth.
Look, it looks like a wrestling move happening right now, right? Oh my goodness, yo, man, yo.
His legs just like flail out. Like, stop jumping, man.
Stop jumping.
All right, man. All right, hold up. Where we at now?
Uh-oh. The goat.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
Yo,
if I ever get body like that and get yelled at,
you gotta swing. You gotta go.
Hey, Jordan had a battle cry after the dunk. Jordan was Wakandan after the dunk.
Yo, look at every time Zoe got to turn around and just get the ball to take it out, you know,
right.
or just be like, I ain't taking the ball out. You know, it's got to be one of the two, you know.
Hey, you can't tell me after this. You can't tell me that Black Panther wasn't patterned after MJ. Look at this. Look at this war cry. Look at that war cry.
Ooh.
Oh.
Hey, Shaq with another one. A double pump, a double clutch with it.
Shaq caught a lot of bodies, man. Shaq caught a lot of bodies, man.
Look, Zoe looking for the ball. Is this the one I want?
Please be the one.
Nah, this ain't it.
Nah, Grant Hill. Hey, literally, you're not a GOAT unless you dunked on
Zoe. Look how Zoe just walk off. Look, he already know. Look, he ain't new to this. All right, he ain't no spring chicken, right? So he just walk.
He ain't wet behind his ears, and Grant Hill knew it. Grant Hill knew it was a body.
That's why he went after her. Hey, real talk. Look how fortified the two-way Caucasian was back then. Look at Dan Marley with it, right? Look how fortified and physical, you know, he's prepared for on the perimeter, right?
He said a two-way Caucasian. He was a prime 3-and-D of that era, right? Absolutely.
Ooh, look, he got spun around. Look how hard he's playing on Grant Hill to get. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Then he gives him a little nudge, which gives Grant the momentum to body his teammate, right?
And with all of these dunks, they literally jumped into the body of Zoe
right.
in order to get the finish off.
Hey, what do they say? You got to attack the shot blocker.
This got to be it, man. This has to be it. Yup, this is it. This is it.
All right, man. All right.
Hey,
All right,
Jason Williams. Look at Jason Williams with that poor defense too.
Yeah, Jason Williams set it up. He gave him the momentum, right? With
Yeah.
Vince
Yeah, he
going behind
did.
his back on him.
And the confidence.
Ooh.
The cockback, right? That's really what it was for me, was the cockback.
Look, watch. Look,
He
the body,
connects bodies. He connects bodies.
That's nasty, man.
Connects bodies. Look.
Hey, imagine
Look
landing. Imagine landing, right? You're Zoe Morning, you're landing, and the ball just hits the corner of your baldy. Right? After you got bapped on, it hits the corner of your baldy.
Hey, Zoe got full extension on that too, right? It still didn't get the block, right? Hey, look how he goes into the stands too. He still ain't brought his head back up, right?
He was extremely early too on his jump.
He was.
Oh man, yo,
Hey,
this is
Vince literally could care less that Zoe Morning was down there.
Hey, look at
That's hilarious.
Hey, he got this look, right? You know what I mean? That's how you know he's about to give it to you when he's got that look like.
Yo,
That was bad, man.
All right, man. So yeah, I just wanted to
archives, man.
Just gotta go into that. All right,
man. So I hope you guys appreciated that, man, as much as we did.
You ain't lying.
I got tears coming out my eyes, man.
Man, so fellas, any final words before we hop off? If so, Black, we'll start with you, man. Anything you want to say to the people?
Man, I just want to say thank you guys. We're up to what, 45, 46 subscribers. So man, I just want to thank you guys for staying engaged with us, for pushing us to create more content. We're gonna keep this thing going, man. And I just ask that you guys please do us a favor, man. If you guys enjoyed this show, please share this with your friends. Share this with people you know who like hoops. If you're on Reddit or if you're on forum site, man, share this with them, because we're just trying to get this culture out here, man. Hey, listen, I'm tired of listening to Bill Simmons and Max Kellerman and Nick Wright give their takes, man.
Right.
So help us out, man. Young brothers trying to get our hoop takes out. We're speaking for the culture, and shouts out to you guys, man.
Well said.
And I'm just before I even get to it, I'm just looking at the comments, yo. Like Zoe just jumping. Yo, see, this is why I rock with the No Hesi so tough, man. Because it's the people.
Yeah.
It's the people that make this show what it is. You know what I mean? It's the banter, it's the culture that we've been developing and cooking up. So just shout out to everybody that's been in the chat. Shout out to all the hoopers getting bodied out there. You know what I mean? That way we got more content. You know what I mean? And man, I've been having a great time with this show, man. I hope y'all have been too. I mean, man, I can't say enough, man. I mean, the show is just lit. You know what I mean? And if y'all want to be on the show, because we love to have a catch from the comments, from the subscribers list, join the show to bloviate, right? You can't go on Shannon. You can't go on Shannon and Skip and bloviate, right? You can't go on First Take and bloviate. Nick Wright won't let you bloviate. Right? these bloviation gatekeepers, they're hating, right? So on No Hesi, we do allow that. We allow you to come. We allow you to bloviate. We allow you to get your take off.
We encourage it. Right?
Right. So, look. We need a Steph top 10 shooting light time. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Hey,
yeah,
maybe he's not quite moving the needle yet.
Right. Hey, but yeah, man, shout out to everybody that watches the show. I just have so much fun, just dealing with the culture and captivating the show. Shout out to y'all too, Black and Mark. The work that y'all been doing on this show is incredible. So, man, it's just been a joy to be a part of it, man. That's all I got to say.
Man, well said, man. I echo the same feeling, same emotions, man. So thank you all for checking this out, and tune in next week when we talk more hoops on the No Hesi Hoopcast, y'all. We out.